Hey, this is M1 from Prez, and I'm giving you a statement for the people at Melodie and Rhythmus who have been supporting uh, revolutionary culture for some time now, and who have even done an interview with my partner in Prez, Stickman. And after our AP2P or All Power to the People gig recently in Zurich, Switzerland, we were able to talk to the magazine, to people from the magazine, to about the current situation that's going on there, and the need for support to continue the magazine. I'm not sure if it can. I know at least for a certain amount of time you need a certain amount of subscriptions, and I am honored to be able to contribute whatever I can as one half of Prez to be able to do that and contribute to the voice of the people. So I've been asked to respond to three questions. The number one question is what does counterculture mean to me? And counterculture is what happens when you have an oppressive domination over the citizens or citizenry of a country, and the result of that kind of oppression is like release valves or release mechanisms in many different kind of ways. Sometimes that expression happens throughout art and culture, and in our schools, in our neighborhoods, in our children, in our and the elders, and the more informed community, and we begin to develop kind of like a code of ethics that we act in a way that's not accepting or in rebelliousness of what's being put in front of us as oppression. I hope I'm being clear. And so what ends up happening is acts or activities or rituals or culture that is counter to what is the status quo, or what is deemed as, kind of like, the ruling class culture, which results in kind of a counterculture. And this counterculture means to me like, the advent of political, graffiti or political art, political expression in the way of dance, and kind of like the nature that involves the rebellion ingrained in an everyday way of life or culture. That to me is counterculture. People joining arms, and understanding, not literally joining arms, but symbolically to be able to form a community that rebels against what may be, deemed as what's put there as the safety net to keep us at bay or keep us down. So that to me is counterculture. B, why is counterculture necessary today against the reactionary zeitgeist which rears its head again? The reactionary zeitgeist, I think, has never ceased to rear its head. I think at times there are, highs and lows, or ebbs and flows, or hills and valleys in its and what it looks like, or whether it looks weak or strong. When I say that, I mean it, meaning the power structure or the zeitgeist. What is counterculture necessary today? It's necessary. Our counterculture is necessary because it gives us a way, a conduit to connect. In this places where we find the comrades and the revolutionaries, the social centers, the autonomous zones, the places in which we can teach, learn, share our experiences, be who we really want to be, authentically who we are, and not hide in the shadows and try to conform to what the rules say. So that's why it's important to always be authentic to who we are, and that will be by de facto, it will become what's called counterculture. And this is the place where we find each other. That's why it's so important. This is the place where we find each other, be able to get community and do what we do, which is become a force that's stronger than the forces that's keeping us down. So this is the fertile ground that revolutionaries are grown into. This is where seeds are planted, where revolutionary seeds get planted. The last question is, how does a leftist independent project such as M&R, Melodie Rhythmus, contribute to counterculture in Germany? And I can say that as it collects testimony from groups like Dead Prez or Assalti Frontali or Onderosa Posse, 99 Posse, or Public Enemy, or whoever, Immortal Technique, Shadia Mansour, or Kenny Arcana, or Rebel Diaz, so many artists, and that's just in hip hop that I'm talking about. It's important that this has played a part in introducing that to people who may not know. All throughout Germany, who people know about the right wing or conservative Nazi history in Germany, but people need to know that there are safe zones where people can go and be who we are and be comrades. And Melodie Rhythmus is the communique. It's the string between many organizations or many people who need to hear or have not heard or need to learn, or who are educated and need to spread. And that's what's happening inside this particular apparatus. And propaganda is what we need. Propaganda determines the political maturity of the people and the height of which we are ready to move and act. And having Melodie Rhythmus is important to that, and I hope that even past this time it can continue on. I hope that this has been useful. I hope through spreading this and my support for M&R that we can go a little further down the road, a few more months, a few more years, and make and grow more revolutionaries in the future. I'd like to end by saying all power to the people, and thank you for your time. It's lovely to love the people and be a servant of the people, and I'll see you in the whirlwind.